Hey guys, it's Mary Ott. This is an update on Monday, August the 28th, and Tropical Storm Harvey is here. It has been here for a few days. We are socked in for the next few days, and now Harvey has gone back into the Gulf. What concerns me is I just got the latest update, and the barometric pressure has decreased again. And if you are aware of this, then you will agree that when that happens, that means that the storm is probably intensifying. And because it's over the Gulf again, that means that it may, the winds may pick up. The current winds are at 40 miles an hour, which is not very strong. The winds are, we're getting gusts of, I don't have a wind gauge, but I do, we're getting lots of gusts. It's non-stop rain. No, I say non-stop. There are a few breaks, if you are aware of how the hurricane is. There's rain bands, and sometimes you'll get a break in the rain bands, but then like a minute later it'll be a torrent. So we're having some trouble with flooding. I took some pictures and videos this morning, and the next picture, the first picture I'm going to show you is one that I took this morning when it had been raining for non-stop for about 4 or 5 hours, and I was actually got a little bit of water into the studio in the back because of the lack of the ability of my backyard to drain, because it drains to the side of my house and then it goes through a pipe through my front yard into my road. Well, the road was flooded, and so the picture that I'll show you shows my road, and I'm not in a flood zone. So this goes to show you that how swollen these streets are. And of course, what's going to be bad is that these streets are going to drain, but they're going to drain into the bayous and streams and rivers and lakes, which is only going to put the people that live near those areas underwater. And so here's the first picture I'm going to show you. You can't see the curb. The water goes into the median. Now, a couple hours later, after we had a little bit of a break, I took this video, and you'll see that the water has receded considerably. But then right after I shot the video, the rain just started again, and the sky got dark, and so it's on and off. Here's the video that I shot. So as you can tell, the rain has gone down a lot, but then again, like I said, the rain's going to come back up and cause some flooding. And just as a side note, I took a picture, I think it was yesterday, or it might have been the day before. I was driving along and almost hit some deer in town, which is weird because we don't usually have deer in town. But there was a whole family of deer, and I pulled off to the side and took a picture of them after I almost ran over them. So here's the picture of the deer. That was in an area where we were having some construction, and so a lot of the area is being developed near the lake, and so those deer evidently were kind of living in the woods there. And with all the rain that we've been having, and then the construction, they really don't have a place to go. So they just ran across the road in a busy road. But I wanted to give everybody an update. We are in the path of the storm, and I actually just got an alert on my Apple Watch that told me that everything south of the Intercoastal Waterway has been declared for mandatory evacuation as of right now. So and that's in Louisiana. They did that in Texas about a couple days ago, but we just did it in Louisiana, and it's because Harvey is back in the Gulf and it's rearing its targets towards us. And so we are in the bullseye whether we get the actual eye here, it's still going to affect us because the rain is not going to stop. So, and I have friends and family who are not familiar with Louisiana. Louisiana is in the shape of a boot, and if you think of Louisiana like that, then think of New Orleans as in the toe of the boot, and we're in the heel. So we're really close to Texas. A lot of people are concerned about New Orleans because I have some family that's going down there on a trip to vacation in New Orleans, and they're concerned about New Orleans. I have no knowledge of anything happening in New Orleans. Everything's focused on Houston and now on Lake Charles and Southwest Louisiana area. I looked at the rain bands. The rain bands look like they're coming over New Orleans, and I heard last week that one of the pumps was down and not in operation in New Orleans, which causes some concern. However, we're getting all of the heavy rain right now. Well, I say that, not just us, but Texas too, the east part of Texas. The rain, looking outside right now, the wind has picked up considerably. We'll get these 10-minute bursts where it's all like you feel like you're in a hurricane, and then all of a sudden it'll die down. And then we get another band come through, and it feels like you're in a hurricane again. So just be praying for us. This is the update right now. People I've seen on social media, they have posted pictures, especially in the northern parts. Roads are flooding, homes are flooding. I have some friends in Houston, and water, if their home was not elevated like 5 or 6 feet above the ground, then they would be in water right now. The water is actually up to the 4th brick of their house, and their bricks are to the 4 feet because they're cinder blocks. So the water is really high right now. So please be praying for us. Pray that this storm will just dissipate and go away, and no more water, no more rain, that everybody can just clean up and pick up, and that things will go back to normal. I know that the Lord He is in charge. He's in control, and He's the master of the waves and master of the wind. And so He is more than capable of causing this storm to just die. And that's what we want. And we want everybody's property to be safe. And I know that a lot of people have already lost property, and a lot of people have already lost their lives. So we're just hunkering down. Please be praying for us, and I will try to give another update when there's something to talk about. Really, it's just more of the same, rain, and we're just watching the water come up and go down and come up and go down, and it's scary because some of us have already had water in our homes. It's not even enough to talk about. A little bit of water seeping in, it's not a big deal. So just be praying for all of us. And here it comes again, another rainstorm. So we'll talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful week. God bless.